Good morning on this Wednesday morning, 66 degrees outside, and what a messy morning it is, so be careful on your way into work. Grab an umbrella, you'll need it, but just for this morning. Around noon it should clear up. JC?
Yeah, Roy arrived in here this morning, said it was nasty outside driving in from out on the Elk River this morning. Hey, good morning, I'm Jamie Cooper. Thank y'all for getting up with us. As Gloria told you on this Wednesday morning edition of Cooper & Company Live, this is Athens in the AM. Joined this morning, Seth on vacation, so you filling in at the store here too, Roy?
Yes, sir. I'll be at the store all day today. Actually, I won't be. I'm sorry. I'll be there tomorrow.
Okay.
I'll be here today.
Be there Thursday. And Customer Appreciation Day, Monday go pretty good?
Went awesome. Thank all of you for showing up. Awesome day. Y'all need to check that first Monday out.
Is it the first Monday of every month?
That's correct.
First Monday of every month, 30% off. Of course, today you get 10% off. I just mentioned in Cooper & Company or anything you want to when you go in Herbs and More. Frank's on the phone, 230-4988. So if you get a chance to get by and see Frank, he's lively and ready to go this morning. Ain't you, Frank?
Ready.
Yeah, Sheriff Mike Blake is supposed to be with us later on this morning. Jeff Hodges, right across the street from First National Bank. Don't forget, Thursday's Bean Day, 11 to 1. You can go over there and eat all. And they allow carry-outs, if I'm not mistaken, Frank. Eat all the beans you want, Roy. Pinto, white, cornbread, dessert. They'll be cooking up a storm over there. And for you folks that have called and inquired, Tony's visitation is tonight at Limestone Chapel, and the funeral is tomorrow at 1 o'clock, and burial at Roselawn. Is that correct, Frank? There's Tony there.
That's correct.
Passed away on us over the weekend, so I want to wish the best to Denise and everybody on that, and thank all you folks for calling and asking about that. Plus, we'll have video of the safety program that the ag teacher, Mr. Dave Wilson.
John Wilson,
the ag teacher over at East Limestone, put on this past Friday out there at the Creekside Elementary. We'll have that. And we were downtown with the hospital. They had people dancing up a storm, doing blood work and all that on the courthouse square this past Friday. We got that video coming up later on this morning, too. That's about what's happening from my end. I'm about done for the day, but here's Gloria with the weather forecast for today and the next 4 or 5 days.
Pretty bad when you go to the hospital health fair and an 85, 86-year-old man calls you out about not being at the wellness center exercising, isn't it? I'm sure we'll talk about that a little bit more, too. All right, 66 degrees out there. Like I said, grab an umbrella. You'll need it for the morning anyway. Like Roy said, it is messy, so seatbelt. Be careful on your way into work. High temperatures today around 76, and your low temperatures of 48. Wow, I haven't seen that in a while. And then, of course, tomorrow, 74, 48 for the low. No rain to worry about. But rain does return over the weekend, possibly. Anyway, there it is. Wednesday. It's already Wednesday. 230-4988 does get Frank this morning.
Roy, what's happening?
Enjoying life. It's going to be another awesome day, I can tell you that.
So how many hours a day you work? You said you did a seminar last night and everything else?
I did about 10:30 last night. I average, I don't work too hard. I average 12, 14 hours a day.
I don't average 2 to 4 myself. But hey, we were talking about this later, but obesity may hit 42% by 2030. That's scary.
That is scary.
It ought to be scary. That one disorder can increase the risk of diabetes by 55%.
Wow.
Think about this. There's 25 million diabetics in America that cost us almost $200 billion.
Sure.
It's going to be a whole lot more than that, too.
Well, there's 79 million pre-diabetics right now. That means there could be over 100 million diabetics within the next 3 to 5 years. You know what that's going to cost you?
Get out. 100 million diabetics.
You ought to see the numbers. It's scary. That's a third of the population of the United States.
Roy, let's don't scare people right off the bat. The first part of the show is supposed to be, but I brought it up, so let me move on. Speaking of that, yesterday y'all may have noticed I left a little early. Had to get physical. Had to get to know my former neighbor at Hampton Cove a little better, my doctor. So.
Did you cough?
But I'll go back in about 3 weeks and find out if I'm good or bad. Let me do a shout out this morning for 5 Star Fence. They called, texted the other day. Sorry I didn't get with y'all yesterday, but I will today. 5 Star Fence. About to be one of our new sponsors here on the program, Roy. Tell them how well it works.
I'm sorry.
Tell them how well the program works for you if you got business.
Oh, good grief. If you want to advertise, this is the place to be. Don't ever forget it. It's worked better for me than any form of advertising I've ever done.
Hey, Roy, you don't text and drive, do you?
I don't text.
You don't text at all? I know I've seen you one. Believe me, I learned a couple months ago. So now, okay, this is front page this morning. Use Courier. The act of sending text message, instant message, or email on the road distracts a driver on an average of 4.6 seconds. That's enough time to drive the length of a football field at at 55 miles an hour. Now, it's just hard to, stop somebody texting. So when the sheriff gets here, we'll ask him, does he text? He does everything else while he's driving, so we'll check him out on that.
See what he says?
Huh? See what he says on that.
Himself?
I got to tell you about this dog story here. It's kind of unbelievable in USA Today this morning. A Las Vegas court will consider this Friday whether a dog that fatally mauled its owner's child should be put to sleep.
Put it to sleep.
The kid was celebrating his first birthday, April 26th, crawled over to the Sleeping Onion, that's the dog's name, a 6-year-old Mastiff Rhodesian Ridgeback.
That's a big dog.
Good grief, that's
To
a
pet
lion
him.
killer.
The 120-pound animal latched his jaws around the boy's head and shook him as family members tried to wrestle the boy away. He was flown to the hospital and died the next day.
Oh.
But here's the main point. The boy's family gave the animal up for euthanization. But the New York-based Lexus Project argues that the dog should be sent to live at a sanctuary because it was only following its nature.
Kill it.
Now, this is going to court.
That is a waste of time.
We have lost our minds in America.
Yes, we have.
It's an animal. Everything that used to be right is now wrong, and everything used to be wrong is right.
A 6-year-old Mastiff Rhodesian Ridgeback mix.
Those are lion killers. The Ridgebacks are famous in Africa for killing lions.
Well, it weighed 120 pounds.
Why would you want that for a pet? It would eat too much, number one, and obviously it's dangerous.
Imagine how much that thing crouched. But it killed the kid, and now they're blocking it, won't let it go to sleep. I mean, won't let it live, yeah.
Die.
They would have to block it if it had been my dog.
I would have been taken care of quick.
Immediately.
And he has arrived this morning.
The sheriff
Just
is
got
here.
through talking about you. We'll get him over here as he makes his way in this morning.
I bet he'd have taken care of that dog.
He would have.
Well, we would have. We'll get him a cup of coffee first. The Huntsville Times has got a thing this morning that says best places to work.
ZTV.
2012 winners, best places to work, ZTV, Limestone County Sheriff's Office, and obviously Herbs and More. And then it goes on to show it's got 12 top employees in Huntsville and Madison County. Well, guess who's one of the top employees? Sheriff, you come on over and have a seat.
Mr. Billy.
Mr. Billy Cannon from Athens, Alabama is one of the top 12 employees. You got that shot of him, Brad? Show it. There he is right there. Billy Cannon. There he is right there. Billy Cannon, one of the top employees in Madison County.
He tried to get you to go see the Three Stooges with him.
He's a scientist on the arsenal, doing something out there. I don't know, but hey, Sheriff, we were just talking about this. Governor Bentley signed that texting bill into law. Now, you ain't one to be distracted while driving, are you?
You know what it takes when I'm sitting behind my desk.
Do you text?
You have to. I don't like to. I mean, it's a lot easier for me to call somebody and a lot easier for me to talk to them if they call me, but I do if I have to. Not riding down the road.
Looks like you're losing weight.
I've lost 14.4 pounds.
Way to go.
Got another 55 to go.
You can
Well,
do
good.
it.
Hope you make it. But I know how you are when it comes to fried food.
But I haven't
Hey,
had
so
fried
good.
food in 4 weeks.
Not a single thing.
No cakes, no pies, no Pepsis, no
Wow.
bread.
I'm proud of you.
What are you eating?
I'm eating good. A lot of lamb,
Fruit.
chicken, pork tenderloin, grilled fish,
Good for you,
tabbouleh,
that
hummus,
protein.
bubba ganoush. I mean, a bunch of good Middle
I
Eastern.
can't, I know you're supposed to eat a lot of fish. I just can't get into to fish,
Eat a lot of
Just,
fish.
If
I
it's
like
cooked
it.
right, you can.
Yeah, I love it.
We must not be cooking. Well, you must not be cooking it right.
All right, hey, Tom's out with someone. He's sick. I was going to tell you. This morning's paper says average U.S. home prices are down a third since '06. Are going back up now. Will rise by almost 4 or 5% for the next 5 years. That's good. Then they got an article on if you're trying to sell your house, Roy, what not to cook the night before, where to smell up the house the next day. They said you've gotten everything. This is an Associated Press article. No broccoli, no cabbage, no fish, eggs, or stinky takeout. And
What about
absolutely no burned popcorn.
What'd you look at me for?
So,
They don't have chitlins on that list?
no, they don't.
They
Says
should.
that they were trying to sell their house, and we spent a year fixing it up. Now they told us, here's not what to cook. If you want, said first, there's a couple things you can. Coconut Ridge rice pudding. Smells
Chocolate
good.
chip cookies, I've heard.
Lemon honey flavored chicken.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's something you don't ever hear about. What
Put in
to
some
cook, you're trying to
chocolate
sell
chip
your house.
cookies. because
Yeah,
that makes the
cookie's
house
always
smell
supposed to be good,
warm and
but-
toasty. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Roy, did you hear
I
about
shouldn't
that
cook
first
anything,
grader
Brad.
getting suspended 3 days? You talking about things what used to be. We did this yesterday. I saw him on Fox News yesterday. Megan
Yes.
Kelly did funny rap on this. I'm going to go back to this story yesterday, Mike. A 6-year-old boy was back in his suburban Denver school. Had been suspended for 3 days for reciting a raunchy line from a popular song. That little kid about like this. Devontae Meadows, first grader at elementary school, I told y'all this story yesterday, was accused of sexual harassment and disrupting other students for allegedly telling a girl, I'm sexy and I know it.
You know that song, I'm sexy and I know it.
Hey, y'all ain't Jeff Hodges.
Andy and Steve.
Yeah, and you're on your way to school because you got your kids with you. I don't guess Jeff would take them for you. We'll be talking to Andy Witt and Steve Smith in just a little bit. I guess Jeff's sleeping in there. Is he going to arrive later this morning?
He'll be sleeping in.
Okay, so we'll talk about that. One good thing in the news this morning, boys.
Really?
TV remotes are getting smarter.
We need it.
Maybe you'll know how to operate one.
Fighting for remote control is about to get a whole lot more interesting. TV makers using technological developments in the mobile and gaming sectors with voice. You can talk to your remote, change the channels. I have the hardest time. Finally, Ken Griffin bought me a $25 DirecTV remote
It
where I
solved
can easily
everything.
switch from cable to that since I ain't on Direct, but I am on Nology. And it's simple.
And I no longer have to be aggravated by you. Can you come fix the TV?
Yeah, can you fix this? So anyway, they're getting a lot quicker and better on stuff like that. Okay, let me do a Dear Abby. Then I'll go to the news, Roy. Pay attention here.
Make sure it's good. There's
While
children
standing
this
in
week.
line at a restaurant, a man commented to my wife about her weight. My take was, don't talk to strange men. Later, she said, I wonder whether I should have confronted the guy, slugged him, or waited for him out in the parking lot. Being a man of the law, Mike, as a young man, I would have jumped into rash actions, Roy, and whipped his butt. However, in my golden years, I've outgrown this tendency. Still, I'm not sure if I handle situations correctly. I want my wife to be confident with the way she looks. Should I have come to her defense?
What did he just said something
Did you
ugly
call
to
her
his
lard
wife?
butt or what?
I don't know. I mean, he just said, commenting about her weight, Sheriff, and he's feeling, what should I have done?
Well, he didn't say anything at all?
Now, if somebody comments you about your weight, I'm saying they must be blind.
They're probably saying eat something.
Maybe he just thought she could handle it.
Well, standing in line, somebody
Don't be
comments about
ugly to
that.
people.
Kind of the way it goes.
Don't be ugly to
All right, we're going to
people.
talk about the rodeo coming up in just a second up here. 30th annual rodeo, sponsored by all of us in here this morning. And
Parade this Saturday.
did you bring me a poster? I don't have one in here yet. You got one in the
I'll
truck?
have one out here before the end of the day.
Are the are the books out yet?
No, they'll be getting here 2 days before the rodeo.
2 days before the rodeo. I need that real bad.
He asks you this every year, doesn't he? Same answer every year.
Posters are out.
All right,
We'll get
I don't
some
have
out.
one.
I'll
You
get
will
one
I
have
out.
started to steal
one.
one out of Jiffy, but Bank's probably got one. I ain't even got one.
See how he is about a poster? Imagine a remote.
All right, we're going to talk with Roy just a little bit. You don't forget 10% off each and every Wednesday at Herbs and More right up the
Every
street, so go
Wednesday.
by there. And don't forget Clem Tire right across the street celebrating their 60th anniversary. They're going to feed y'all there this Friday. Hot dogs and hamburgers. You can't eat that, but Clem Tire, 60th anniversary. Y'all go by and visit on. Right now on this Wednesday
Long
morning, District
time.
Cooper Company, we're going to take a break. Y'all hang on.